Welcome to the Nutrition for the Elderly channel. Please everyone, kindly subscribe to support me and give me more motivation. Thank you all so much. Oatmeal is often considered one of the healthiest breakfast choices, especially for older adults. It's rich in soluble fiber, which helps lower cholesterol, supports digestion, and keeps energy levels stable throughout the day. Many people over 60 enjoy starting their mornings with a warm bowl of oatmeal, believing it's a smart and heart-healthy habit. However, what many don't realize is that oatmeal can become harmful when combined with the wrong foods. While the oats themselves are beneficial, the add-ins can quietly work against your health. Certain food pairings, such as sugary fruit juice, flavored yogurts, or processed meats, can spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and put unnecessary stress on the heart and brain. Over time, these effects may contribute to fatigue, memory issues, and worsening conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes. For seniors, being mindful of what goes into the oatmeal bowl is just as important as eating oatmeal in the first place. Here are 3 other foods you should avoid combining with oatmeal, especially for older adults. Honey or syrup. Honey and syrups like maple or agave are often added to oatmeal to create a naturally sweet flavor. At first glance, these sweeteners seem like a healthy choice. After all, they come from nature and are less processed than white sugar. Many people, especially older adults, believe that adding a spoonful of honey or a drizzle of syrup to their oatmeal is a wholesome way to enhance taste without doing harm. Unfortunately, that's not entirely true. Despite being natural, honey and syrups are still forms of pure sugar. They contain little to no fiber, which means they're absorbed quickly into the bloodstream. When combined with the natural carbohydrates already present in oatmeal, they can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. For seniors whose bodies often process sugar more slowly and are more sensitive to insulin, this spike can be especially problematic. The result may be a sudden burst of energy followed by a crash, leading to fatigue, brain fog, and increased cravings. Over time, repeated sugar spikes may contribute to chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and higher risks of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Instead of sweetening your oatmeal with honey or syrup, consider healthier fiber-rich alternatives. A sprinkle of cinnamon adds a warm, sweet flavor while also helping to regulate blood sugar. Slices of ripe banana or a handful of naturally sweet fruits like strawberries or blueberries can give your oatmeal a satisfying sweetness without the blood sugar crash. These natural additions provide not only better flavor but also extra nutrients, fiber, and antioxidants. Making small adjustments like these can transform your morning oatmeal from a sugar-loaded meal into a nourishing, balanced start to your day, especially important for those over 60 who want to maintain steady energy, brain clarity, and heart health. Fruit juice, especially orange juice. Many people believe that starting the day with a glass of fruit juice, especially orange juice, is a healthy habit. After all, orange juice is widely known for its high vitamin C content and refreshing taste. But what most don't realize is that fruit juice, even the freshly squeezed kind, lacks one important element: fiber. When you eat a whole fruit like an orange, the fiber helps slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. In contrast, drinking orange juice delivers a concentrated dose of sugar all at once, without the fiber to buffer its effects. When fruit juice is paired with oatmeal, a carbohydrate-rich food, it creates a combination that can cause a sudden spike in blood sugar levels. For seniors, this can be especially harmful. These sharp increases in blood sugar may lead to a quick energy burst, followed by a crash that causes fatigue, brain fog, and cravings. Over time, this pattern can also contribute to weight gain, especially around the midsection, and increase the risk of serious conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline. Instead of drinking juice, it's much healthier to choose alternatives that are gentle on the body and support stable energy. Water, unsweetened herbal tea, or black coffee are excellent choices that hydrate and energize without adding sugar. Even better, try eating whole fruits like apples, blueberries, or strawberries with your oatmeal. Whole fruits contain fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support heart and brain health without the blood sugar roller coaster. Making this simple change in your breakfast routine can protect your body and brain as you age. It's not just about avoiding sugar, it's about choosing foods that work with your body, not against it. A mindful breakfast can set the tone for a strong, balanced day. Processed breakfast meats, bacon, sausage. Processed breakfast meats like bacon and sausage are familiar staples for many people, especially during cozy traditional morning meals. Their savory flavor and satisfying texture make them a popular pairing with oatmeal, especially for those who want to balance the fiber from oats with a bit of protein. However, despite their appeal, these meats can quietly undermine your health, particularly as you age. Most processed meats are loaded with sodium nitrates and chemical preservatives. These substances are used to enhance flavor, extend shelf life, and preserve color, but they come at a cost. Nitrates and excess salt are known to increase inflammation in the body and can elevate blood pressure. Over time, chronic inflammation and high sodium intake can strain your heart, damage blood vessels, and even affect brain function. For older adults who are more vulnerable to these changes, this can increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. What's more, some types of bacon and sausage contain added sugars, often hidden in the ingredient list. When combined with the natural carbohydrates in oatmeal, this adds both sugar and salt to your breakfast in one sitting. The result, a dangerous mix that can lead to insulin spikes, energy crashes, and long-term damage to your metabolic health. Instead of pairing oatmeal with processed meats, opt for more heart-healthy and brain-friendly sources of protein and fat. A handful of walnuts or almonds adds crunch, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory benefits. A spoonful of natural peanut butter brings creaminess and lasting energy. Or for a classic protein boost, add a boiled egg on the side. These simple swaps support your body without the hidden risks. Choosing wisely in the morning can set a positive tone for your whole day, especially important for those over 60 striving for better energy, focus, and long-term wellness. Flavored plant-based milks and yogurts. Many people enjoy adding plant-based milks like almond or oat milk, or flavored yogurts such as vanilla yogurt to their morning oatmeal. These additions can make the meal creamier, more satisfying, and seemingly healthier, especially for those looking to avoid dairy. However, while they may taste delicious and feel like a smart choice, many of these products are actually loaded with added sugars. In fact, some flavored yogurts contain 12 to 20 grams of sugar per serving. That's equivalent to 3 to 5 teaspoons of sugar. When combined with the natural carbohydrates in oatmeal, these hidden sugars can turn your breakfast into a sugar bomb. This excess sugar triggers a strong insulin response in the body, especially in older adults whose insulin sensitivity may already be reduced. Over time, repeated spikes in insulin can lead to chronic inflammation, which manifests in symptoms such as joint pain, poor sleep, stubborn weight gain, and even cognitive issues like memory decline or brain fog. What seems like a simple, comforting breakfast may actually be quietly undermining your health. Instead of using sweetened plant-based milks or flavored yogurts, opt for more wholesome, low-sugar alternatives. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt is a fantastic source of protein and probiotics, and it pairs well with oatmeal. Unsweetened almond or oat milk can still provide creaminess without the added sugar. If your digestion tolerates it, a small splash of regular milk is also a fine option. Making thoughtful swaps like these can greatly improve the nutritional quality of your breakfast. By avoiding hidden sugars, you'll support better energy, clearer thinking, and long-term heart and brain health. Especially for seniors, small choices made each morning can have a big impact on how you feel throughout the day and in the years to come. Dried fruits with added sugar, like raisins, dried apricots, or banana chips. Dried fruits such as raisins, dried apricots, or banana chips are often seen as a wholesome, convenient addition to oatmeal. Many people assume that since these foods start as fruit, they must be healthy. However, the truth is more complicated. Most commercially available dried fruits are heavily processed and often contain added sugars or preservatives to enhance flavor, improve texture, and extend shelf life. Even without added sugar, dried fruits are extremely concentrated sources of natural sugars due to the removal of water. A small handful can contain the same amount of sugar as several whole pieces of fruit. When you add them to oatmeal, which is already rich in carbohydrates, you may end up with a breakfast that's overwhelmingly high in sugar. For older adults, this can be especially problematic. The resulting sugar surge can cause rapid spikes and crashes in blood glucose levels, leading to fatigue, brain fog, and increased hunger shortly after eating. Over time, these swings may contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and increased risk of chronic conditions such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. To keep your oatmeal both nutritious and satisfying, it's better to opt for fresh fruits like chopped bananas, strawberries, or apples. These provide natural sweetness along with important nutrients and fiber, which helps regulate how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. If you really enjoy the texture and convenience of dried fruits, choose unsweetened varieties without added preservatives and use them sparingly. By making thoughtful swaps, you can enjoy all the benefits of oatmeal without turning it into a sugary trap. A small change in your breakfast routine can go a long way in supporting energy and focus and long-term health, especially for those over 60. Store-bought granola. Store-bought granola often appears to be the perfect companion to oatmeal. It's marketed as a crunchy, wholesome topping, packed with grains, nuts, and seeds, seemingly a great way to boost flavor and texture. But a closer look at the ingredients list reveals that most commercial granola options are far from the health food they claim to be. Many prepackaged granolas are loaded with added sugars, refined oils, and artificial additives. Even the ones that seem more natural often include sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, or agave, along with ingredients like chocolate chips or dried fruit coated in sugar. While these additions make granola taste delicious, they also turn a simple bowl of oatmeal into a sugar-heavy, high-fat meal. The combination of added sugars and saturated fats can create a dangerous mix, especially when paired with the natural carbohydrates already present in oats. For older adults whose metabolism may be slower and who are more vulnerable to blood sugar spikes and heart issues, this kind of breakfast can quietly contribute to health problems. Regularly eating sugar-laden granola with oatmeal may lead to weight gain, higher cholesterol, insulin resistance, and inflammation, factors that raise the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. If you enjoy granola with your oats, consider making your own at home using whole rolled oats, a handful of nuts, seeds, and a touch of cinnamon. Roast it lightly with a small amount of olive or coconut oil, no added sugar required. This way you can control exactly what goes into your granola and avoid the hidden ingredients that do more harm than good. Making this simple switch not only protects your health, but also lets you enjoy a nourishing, balanced breakfast that truly supports long-term wellness, especially important for those over 60. Breakfast is more than just a meal. It's a moment of self-care. For many, a warm bowl of oatmeal is a comforting way to start the day. It's rich in fibre, supports heart health, and provides steady energy. But while oatmeal itself is healthy, the foods you pair with it can make a big difference. When combined with sugary toppings or processed ingredients, even the best intentions can backfire, turning your breakfast into a sugar spike that leaves you tired and unfocused. The good news? A few mindful choices can turn your oatmeal into a truly nourishing meal. Instead of adding sweetened syrups, flavoured yogurts, or dried fruits with added sugar, go for wholesome alternatives like fresh berries, sliced bananas, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Pair it with unsweetened almond milk, plain Greek yogurt, or a handful of nuts for healthy fats and lasting fullness. Your morning meal is a chance to care for your body. Make it count, with love and intention.